We begin tonight at the Supreme Court with a hearing that could have far-reaching ramifications for minority voting protections in the United States. At the heart of the issue, a second majority black congressional district in Louisiana. The case, civil rights advocates fear, could further weaken the landmark 1965 Voting Rights Act. CBS's legal contributor and Loyola Law School professor Jessica Levinson joins me now to help answer these questions. So, Jessica, what exactly was being argued here?
So what's being argued is whether or not Louisiana, when it redrew its congressional districts in order to comply with the Voting Rights Act, if it actually did so and then ran afoul of the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. Put another way, when Louisiana added that majority-minority district in order to comply with Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act that says don't dilute anybody's right to vote on the basis of race, did they consider race too much, so much that it actually undermined their ability to do so under the Constitution by violating, again, the Equal Protection Clause? So it's this tension between the Voting Rights Act and the Equal Protection Clause. So
that tension could be just a one-off. They kind of fumbled it in Louisiana, oh well, or it could have long-term implications because that's the central tension, right, of the Voting Rights Act. So which is it?
I think it's not a one-off because the justices, I would offer for you, at least a majority, don't want it to be. And you heard that in their questioning today, which was kind of, we've been struggling with this for a while. The 14th Amendment, it seems to indicate that you have to be colorblind. John, you and I talked about that when we talked about the affirmative action decision. How can you be colorblind, but then also draw congressional district lines, keeping in mind that you can't dilute anybody's right to vote on the basis of race? So based on precedent, based on their question, I don't think this is a one-off. I think we're on a collision course here.
Well, what does that mean, collision course? Do you think essentially the Voting Rights Act gets watered down even further or maybe goes away?
So I don't know if it does in this case, because this particular case is very close to the Alabama case, where on June 8th, 2023, the Supreme Court said Alabama had to go back and draw another district line in a very, very similar set of circumstances. But there is a case working its way up through the chain. It's in the Fifth Circuit now, asking specifically, does Section 2 violate the 14th Amendment? Is it unconstitutional? And I think that's where you see that potential collision course.